Hey, what's up everyone, Evero94 back with another action figure review, and today we are looking at the Hasbro Marvel Legends, the Punisher. This is from the Rider series. They finally have given us another Rider series. We haven't seen anything since Squirrel Girl and the Cosmic Ghost Rider, so it's been a hot minute. This is actually being shipped out with Squirrel Girl, so it's from the same assortment now. They're just repacking, or I guess re-releasing Squirrel Girl. So here is the front of the box. As you can see, we have Punisher with some weapons and we have his bike. On both sides we get this very nice image of Punisher. And on the back side we just get some more images of Punisher and everything that he comes with. There's a read-up that reads, Frank Castle rides through the night dispensing brutal vigilante justice. Alright, so here's Punisher out of the box and he looks great. Honestly, I think this might be my favorite Punisher right now. Comes packed in with a lot of accessories and of course his bike. So here we have Frank Castle, and this is the head that he comes packed in with. A little bit of battle damage, and I like this a lot. He's got some bandages. Butterfly stitches, I think those are called. But I like it. They got the actual cut on there with blood. Got some red eye. A little bit of a red eye action, like he got punched in the face. That eye is red. This eye is white. And around the eyes, they kind of painted it pink. Now, I don't mind it so much on this figure, but he does come with an alternate head that also has that pink paint around the eyes, and it's very weird looking because this is supposed to be a normal head. I think they could have gone without that pink paint around the eyes for this one and maybe lighten it up a little bit here, but like I said, I don't mind it so much on the battle damage head because it goes with it. It looks like he's been beat up, so looks cool. I like the head. My paint on the teeth are, you know, kind of is a little incomplete, as you can see on the very top. So it looks kind of weird there. Going to the torso, we get the skull. Looks pretty cool. The arms. And then here's the back. It looks like the shoulders, the plastic mold is black and they painted the skin there because obviously you can see the difference in the plastic skin for the bicep, and then the shoulder skin is a little bit different tone there. Then there's the wrist and the hand going down to the feet. Here's a look at him with the other alternate head attached to the body, and even with the pink around the eyes, it still looks good. I like the face sculpt. On my particular figure, they kind of painted too much on the hair there, so that kind of looks bad in my opinion. So you see where the hairline ends, or the hair sculpt ends, I should say, and then we obviously have some black on the skin there, so it looks kind of bad when you look at it up close like this. If we compare it to the battle damage one, he's got a little bit right there, but it's a lot cleaner overall compared to the non-battle damage paint job. And then we get this helmet. Very nice sculpt on the helmet. The horns are painted, got the sculpted spikes there in the center, and this slides onto the head very nicely, and he wears it good, and you can see the eye, you can kind of see the eyes through there. It's a little dark. And this apparently comes from the War of the Realms. It's a mini-series of the Punisher Kill Crew. Next up, we get a sawed-off shotgun, and this thing looks amazing. And you know why? Because they painted it, that's why. Good job, Hasbro. Thank you for painting the gun. All you needed to do was give us an underbarrel and a grip that was painted, and it looks so much better. Thank you for not releasing this thing in all black. Now we get a mini Uzi, or just an Uzi, I don't know the difference there. And this is all black, but I'm okay with this one being all black. That's okay. It looks great. We don't get the Uzi that much in Marvel Legends, so it's nice to see this, and I think this might be a new sculpt. Correct me if I'm wrong. And we also do get this. I do not know the name of this weapon, so let me know down below. I think this is new. I haven't seen this before with Marvel Legends. I could be wrong again, but as far as I remember, these are brand new. I don't remember them being in any other figure. Then we get a baseball bat, which, hey, I wish it was a little bit more of a wooden paint job on there, but hey, it's okay. I'll accept it because we got painted guns this time around. So it's just a light brown plastic, but baseball bat, I don't think we've gotten a baseball bat accessory before either. And then we get a machete, which is nice because we get a painted silver blade and we get a brown handle. Very nice. Thank you for that as well. You have the sawed-off shotgun, and you're going to want to put it in his right hand, although he does have a trigger finger for both. The right hand has the side hinge, so this would make more sense. When you're trying to aim this thing, you will hinge the hand down like that. So you would aim it as so. This hand has a regular hinge, so you're not going to be able to do that. It's going to look very weird. I do want to try something out here. I saw Feral Black post this. These have little peg holes inside the barrel there. See if I can focus. Right there. And if you take the smoke effects from the War Machine figure, they fit inside. These are not included with Punisher, although I think they should have, but I'm really happy that they made this shotgun with these peg holes so you can peg these in. So now you can make it seem like he shot it, and there's a smoke effect coming from the shotgun, which is awesome. And then here's a look at him holding his other weapons. We have both of the submachine guns, holding them perfectly. They look so good. This figure is so nice. It's really dope seeing him with these weapons. And the dopeness continues. He can hold the bat and the machete just fine too. It's funny I have to go through this, but I do go through this in my videos because there's figures that don't hold their weapons well. If you're ever going to pose him like this, where he has a weapon on his shoulder like the bat or the machete, you're going to want to put it in his right hand because the right hand again has that side hinge. It's such a beautiful articulation piece there for poses like this. So for his articulation, we have a ball jointed hinge, so he can look up all the way up, and that's what the ball jointed hinge allows you to do. Now we've recently been seeing a lot of the ball jointed pegs, I like to call, which some people call the barbell peg, and I like that one. It's starting to grow on me more and more the more they use it because it allows the head to tilt. This doesn't really allow it to tilt too much, and you can get those, like, you know, those more natural poses sometimes compared to this one. This gets a little stiff when you're turning the head. You can't really have them look down and turn. So there's that. But yeah, it's a ball jointed hinge. Looks up, looks down a lot, swivel left and right. The arms go all the way up and down. They go in and out about this far. A little stiff there, but he's got some very thick muscles, so he's not gonna expand too much. We don't get butterfly joints here. We have a bicep swivel. We have double jointed elbows, swivel at the wrist with a side hinge on the right hand and a regular hinge on the left hand. Ab crunch at the torso. The skull continues on with a few scratches there, but it looks like it's part of the design, so it doesn't bother me. There is not a waist swivel. Oh, there is. Super tight. You saw how it was stuck. So there is a waist swivel. T-jointed legs will kick forward, and they don't drop down. They go in and out about that far. They go. There's a thigh swivel. We have a double jointed knee, and then we have an ankle hinge that goes forward and back. There's a rocker there, and that's it. There's no swivel. Now I don't own all the Punishers, but I do own this one. As you can see, this is more of a classic Punisher. And first they released this Punisher as a Walgreens exclusive, and then they released it in the vintage retro carded wave. And you can see it's definitely a more classic look of Punisher, and this is more of a more modern look, realistic look to Punisher. I must say though, I do like the giant skull connected to the belt there. Like the design goes continuing on there. I like that more than this skull. But aside from that, I'm really digging the new Punisher a lot more. Here he is next to a Marvel Legends 80th Anniversary Iron Man. Here he is next to a Marvel Legends 80th Anniversary Iron Man. I actually skipped out on the most recent Punisher. I think it was a fan channel exclusive. I think it was part of the 80th anniversary, but I am not too sure. I didn't like that one too much. It had the camouflage paint, I think, on the face. I didn't pick it up. And of course we have the one and only Stan Lee. Up next we have the newest Walgreens exclusive. We have Moon Knight. Here he is next to a G.I. Joe classified figure. We have Beachhead. And there is Cobra Trooper. For Black Series, I'll throw in one of my newest favorite additions. We have the new updated Stormtrooper. So now we have the bikes, the same bike mold we've had since the beginning, but I do like that they changed things on the bike to make it unique for the character that it goes with. Now this one is just all black. We don't have a Punisher skull anywhere on it, which would have been cool. Actually we do, I lied. We have it on the gauge there, on between the handlebars, but we don't have like a big one on the side, which I don't mind so much because now you can kind of use this for somebody else. You know, if we had a big skull on the side, we knew it was a Punisher bike, and when we try to put another figure on it, it would look kind of weird, right? So I think it's cool because it makes it a little bit more universal to have some more characters or figures from our displays on it, so that's fine by me. I do wish they added some detail onto this thing though. Maybe make the muffler silver or a different color, make the engine there a different color, have some weathering, something on there to make it to look nicer and more realistic. Maybe paint the seat brown, I don't know, something else to make it a lot more detailed. Now we did get this detail which was added on. We have a New York City license plate right here on the side, which is very cool of them to put that there. So let's see if I can get it to focus. And there's a closer look at that there. It's printed on there, so it's very clean. They did paint the lights here. We got some red lights for the brakes, and on the front we get some red lights painted too. We got that transparent plastic for the main headlight there, and then we can have a closer look at the speedometer there. It's a sticker, so that's why it's super clean and nice. When it comes to displaying this thing, it's just like the previous ones. We have the little kickstand here, so this kind of never really works because it makes it fall over to that side. But then we have the mid one where it holds the bike just fine, and then we have the one that doesn't hold it at all. If you kick it all the way there, and now it's just going to fall over unless you have him sitting there. Now this side of the bike has the screws exposed, so I never like displaying it with this side. We have 3 screws right here. On this side we don't get that, so I always like showing or facing this side of the bike. And if we throw in the Captain America bike, it's the same exact bike, but they added on so many things to it, made it super unique and made it look very, very much different than this. So there's Punisher's bike, here's Captain America's bike. We have the windshield. This whole piece was added on. We get these attachments here, which the pegs are here, but we don't get anything there. It kind of makes me wish that they gave Punisher a holster for his guns too, somewhere to put all these weapons, because there's no holster on the actual figure itself, and there is nothing on the bike. So it would be cool if we could get this whole bike loaded up with all his guns and his machete and his bat. Just holsters that look just like that. We can put the bat in there, we can put the machete in there. It would be really cool to have that. They definitely have the pegs all around the bike to put attachments for that, but they decided not to. I do want to point out how they added the weathering on the engine, and they painted the engine differently too. They didn't just leave it all green. They got the wash on there with the black and silver. Then we got the muffler being black instead of all green, so that's, you know, better than nothing in my opinion. Even the seat is brown there as well. I just really quickly threw him on the bike right there just to show him on there, and it looks good, fits good. He holds the handlebars just fine, and he can sit on there just fine. Alright guys, and that's going to do it for my review of the Hasbro Marvel Legends Rider Series Punisher and bike figure. Overall, this is an awesome looking figure. I think it's dope in every way. Of course, it could be better here and there, but overall, it's a nice, solid looking figure, and you're going to have a lot of fun with it. If you're interested in picking one up, they're actually up for order at BigBadToyster.com if you can't find them at retail. They are actually showing up at Targets now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, leave a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and as always, have a great day. Bye.